are live. Go to the YouTube side. Open browser. Right on. Go big or go home. First. Hey John, I'm dizzy. I have a dizzy spell. So what I'm wondering out there, has anybody out there had COVID? Hey John, can you hear me? Uh, okay, how come my chat box is not working? For crying in the sink anyway. I just don't understand what's going on. Yeah, I don't know if I have a can you have a touch of COVID? I don't know. Oh, there, my stream is finally showing up. Wow, is it ever late? And it's not big enough. Okay, how can I do that? Chat box. Here we go. Chat window. I can't figure out how to move that thing. Wrong one. Okay, anyway. Unmove. And unmove again. There we go. Okay, let's just leave it there for the moment. You will be back, sir. Okay, thanks, John, for popping in anyway. Um, this is not an experiment. This is just to pop up. I had to ask a question about uh, has anybody ever had COVID? What the heck does it feel like? Actually, right now for me, I feel like I'm hungry, and yet I'm not. I know I'm not hungry. Chat frame, semi. Let's see what we got. This is the top bar, the bottom bar, the chat window. I'm looking for that little chat box. Music. Oh no. Highlight. Here we go. Highlight. Go to that. Make sure we pick the thing and turn it on. There we go. Okay. There. That's working. Oh. Anyway, John, if you're still in the house, how's the weather? You guys got snow happening? Or, gee, why is the volume so low? I got to turn that up. Okay, let's get it up into the yellow. I should be able to move that whole chat window. Why not? Oh, because one or two things are locked on it. That's why. Da 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 da. No wonder. Okay, let me just see what we got here. unlock the semi-transparent and unlock the frame. There we go. Okay, now let's pull that whole thing over. Chat window. Make it a little bigger now that I can. Okay, let's leave it there for now. All right. JDS Flying Canuck, John. First again. You guys got snow up your way still? Or still, is it snowing? Okay, the chat window could actually be pulled down. Like so, there, that's good. Okay, now we got a little bit more room. It's strange because there's some elements I can't change, and there's some elements that I can change on that. Now, I don't know why that box doesn't show up right away. Let's just see if some of these work here. Let's see what happens there. See if the gambling shows up. Yes, it does. And how much are we going to lose? I rolled a 2. Lost my money. Oh, well. And you need a cooldown period of, I don't know, 60 seconds, 120 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. I can't remember what I got on there. But okay, where is that back image? Is that here? It's bottom bar. Nope, that's not the one. Let's turn some music on so I can see what we have for. Okay, John. I was probably talking. You weren't here, but I was just wondering. Do you know anybody that had COVID? What like a mild thing? I don't know if you can have something like a mild, but I don't know if I have that. But I sure feel funny. I feel like I'm hungry all the time, but I know I'm not. Like right now, I know I feel like I'm hungry, but I just ate, and I haven't thrown up, but I'm not feeling good anyway. So I was just wondering, what the heck does that feel like? And things are looking good for me on the screen anyway. Some things maybe are bigger than others, like too big, like the names and things. Oh, you say yes. You do know somebody that had COVID or. I just got diabetes. Yeah, well, that's not something to laugh about either. Now that I've had it for years, when I first got it, I thought it was funny. Like, oh boy, diabetes. Like it's just a word. But it's something that really doesn't. I don't know if you have diabetes or not, but it affects all your organs, like not just certain things. Like everybody has different symptoms. Yeah, I had this last year. This feeling of hunger all the time. I can eat. I feel hungry, and so you eat. You feel satisfied. You don't feel like throwing up after, but I still feel hungry, and like I don't know, my stomach is just, I can feel my stomach. Like, it's not, I don't even know how to explain it. It doesn't feel like normal to me. It feels, and yet I don't really feel that bad. I'm on the verge of dizziness. And I've been pretty dizzy before at times, spells of dizziness. And oh my goodness, that's one of the horriblest things. Your head is not clear. You can't think straight. You can't do anything properly. So it is now 6:05 here. So it's probably 7, 8, 9, 8 or 9 your time already. Evening. Yeah, everybody has different symptoms, that's for sure. Oh, that black box is still there. Wow, okay, I didn't know that's how that worked either. Where is that so I can turn that part off? Highlight chat, and there we go. Let's turn that off. Highlight chat. There's a new strain now. That's gastric. Really? Gastric. Oh no. Okay, does it kill you? It's funny. I think no matter what age you are, you're always afraid of death, dying. Any drugstore, eh? Okay. There's a London Drugs right here. A few hundred steps away. I had something similar to this last year, though, and I don't know if maybe even before the virus, I think I had something similar to this. I don't know already. The virus has been here for so long, I don't know anymore. But anyway, you know when you're not feeling good. And like I said, I'm on the verge, just the edge of dizziness. If I move my head too quickly, um, then I do get dizzy. Yeah, I think I'll have to do that there, John, and see what's going on. I don't know. I guess do they just do that right at the drugstore? I don't know how they do that, but okay. I can go and ask anyway and see what they think. Or mild food poisoning. Yeah, I saw on a YouTube video the other day about germs living on your body. Very, very interesting. I mean, we know that germs live on us, and some are good and some are bad. But I didn't know how many are on you. And even those germs go to war with each other. And when they do, if they wipe out, if the germs that are the good ones are getting wiped out by other ones, the ones that help you, then all of a sudden you get sick because the good ones can't help you anymore. I forget how many millionth per square inch you have on your body. And they have to be there. As a matter of fact, also in that show, when a woman is pregnant, the baby has absolutely nothing on it. It's totally free, even when it's, well, the germs, I don't know what you call them, the germs. The things are in your body, all over the place, in a woman's body. And just before she gives birth, a lot of the germs that are supposed to be on you migrate to her vagina, which is weird. So when the baby comes out, it's already covered. It has to be. It's covered with these germs. I don't know what else to call them. They're not germs. But that's why a baby has a sweet smell. It doesn't smell like a baby has a different scent because it doesn't have all that buildup on there yet. It's just like your navel has got the most variety of different kinds of things on you, and almost individual people are different. Like they even think it's the same as um, fingerprints. Like a fingerprint is unique to one person, and so are the bugs that live in your navel. They're unique to one person. So yeah, even the doctors give you, if your bad germs are gone, or if your good germs are being destroyed somehow, they give you germs to build those up. And some of those little germs, like electron microscope, is what they were showing these with, on your eyelashes. On your eyelashes. They're electron microscope size, so they're very, very, very small. You can't see them. They're on there. And as a matter of fact, when you shower, nice hot shower, some of these bugs actually multiply because oh, what happened? What happened there, John? All your messages were deleted. Oh, I see. Oh, this is not your fault, John. That's Streamlabs' fault. Okay, I didn't know it deleted your messages, all of them. Wow. And it's telling you, it's saying, hey, John, please refrain from spamming emojis. Sorry, John. Uh, I'm going to have to go in and change that. What's this telling me? Oh, Facebook. Okay. So, wow, it took up all your messages when that happened. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it didn't take them all. Well, yes, it did. It took them all out. So I'm going to have to figure out how that is set. Nobody ever sends me lots of emojis like that. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so maybe it's triggered by 10, and if it sees a whole bunch of, why would they do that though? No idea. Yeah, dirty clicks, all right. Wow. Okay, how can I fix that? What's that called? Can I still see them? I will reload them. You can still see the messages? What the heck? Okay, so where in the heck would that be that I can change that emoji somehow? Uh, wow, 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 wow. Emoji protection. Okay, there, I think I just found it. Removes messages containing excessive amounts of emojis. Well, what's its limit set at? Is there a limit? Okay, here it says minimum amount of emojis is 5. And what it'll do there, set the number of emojis before the system starts to detect. Okay, if you put 5 emojis, it starts to detect, hey, you're putting on some. And then it says the maximum amount of emojis is 50, though. Anyway, I turned it off. So that is no longer on there. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, what does this say? My merch, my Teespring. Why is it deleting your messages still? I turned that feature off. See, now you put a message and it stayed there. Okay, surprise me with one emoji. I don't know. Or wait, can I put an emoji in there? Oh, here we go. Let's try to put these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put 11 and see what happens. Enter. Hey, Tommy. Okay, I put 11 in there. Well, that's the first time I chatted, so it won't know. It can't erase any of my messages. Hey, Tommy. Surprise, Papa. Okay, somebody give me 11 emojis and we'll see what happens. I don't know if that on the fly will fix itself, or do you have to start over, like restart the... Hello, everyone. Okay, how can I make the emoji thing go away? So how's the music? Overwhelming or no? Okay, I see those. Oh, somebody else just popped in the house. Neil. Hey. Hello, Neil. How you doing? Hey, what's the weather there like? I've been thinking about coming back soon, but I think at night it still must be getting cold. Maybe the snow is all cleared up, but uh, usually I come back in about mid-April. So that's another couple of weeks. Last year when I came back, it was still a fierce snowstorm when I got back home, sitting at Walmart, and it just snowed cold overnight. The whole side of my van was just coated in snow. Is the music too loud though, John? Oh, I don't want it to be overwhelming. I want my voice, because I can hear it. And I think if I hear it, that's too loud. But if you give me an indication of what you think, then I'll set it at a certain thing. Okay, so it is still cool at night. There's probably no snow though. And it's April 1st. So it could still... This is the first year I didn't do an April Fool's video. I made one... Well, maybe I didn't do one last year either. Year before, I did my van got all smashed up. Showed a picture of it all busted up. Front end. It was a Photoshop deal. And then... Hey, Tommy, thank you. I think the emoji thing is fixed. That must have been a default setting. People sending in emojis. Once it gets to 5 emojis, it would take out all your chat that you've typed in earlier. And if you look up, you scroll up to see the chat window, you'll see that John, JDS, or Flying Canuck, it says image, or not image, message retracted, message retracted, message retracted a whole bunch of times. But, okay. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that if you're watching on a tablet or a phone, it's hard to type. It'll teach Streamlabs. Yeah, I actually broke down and bought Streamlabs, and I don't buy a lot of things. I just, for some reason, I don't know why, I just liked it better than StreamYard. But I am still finding some problems, like especially with guests on. I can have guests in Streamlabs easily, but there is no way to test it by myself. I always need guinea pig out there that has a camera that can sit on and see what goes on. And everybody's busy; they don't have time to come in and help. But when I put myself on there, just one time extra, like I'm this camera here, and I would put another one on of myself. But then the voice with the mouth wouldn't be right. Like there was synchronization problems. Well, Streamlabs is cheaper than StreamYard. Pennies. StreamYard is, I think, $20. It's 20 some dollars Canadian for a month, and for the year, I imagine you would get it a little cheaper. And Streamlabs is $19.99, which is $20. But when it loves you, you're up. If you buy it by the year, it comes out to, for me, it came to 12 something a month, or 14 a month. So you buy it by the whole year, let's say $14 a month for a whole year. What is that? 140, 150, 160. No, it was $12. So 12 a year, a month. That's 120, 130, 140, 142. Yeah, 142. So it's $12 a month when you buy Streamlabs. Now, Streamlabs, you can do a whole bunch more stuff than you can with StreamYard. And I just been hanging around with people that have StreamYard. And then I bumped into a few people that used Streamlabs. And like, I'm such a cheap person. I only get, I think you know, John, you've sent me some money already. I appreciate you very much. And so has Tommy. She says, don't spend it all in one place. I think that was Tommy. I've still got it. I hang on to my money the best I can. I know I'm cheap or frugal. I don't know what you want to call it. But I do a lot of streaming now, a lot more than I did. StreamYards and Streamlabs, both on the free version. Oh, okay, that's another thing. StreamYard, on the free version, you get 20 hours a month to stream. Now, 20 hours a month is a lot of time, actually, that they give you for free. So 20 hours a month, that's 20 hours for one day, 10 hours for 2 days, or, keep going, and you get 3 hours 4 times a week. So Streamlabs, yeah, Streamlabs, it allows me to go up to 4K or whatever it is, whereas StreamYard does not. You're limited. Another thing was, okay, the free version of StreamYard, you get 20 hours a month. The free version of Streamlabs is unlimited. You can have unlimited. StreamYard, with the free version, you can only have 6, 9, 10 people on the panel. With the free one, with the paid one, you can have more. With Streamlabs, you can have unlimited guests. So you can have unlimited amount of people on. The way the screen is set up right now, you cannot do this with StreamYard. And if there's anybody out there that uses StreamYard and can do this, please fill me in. I'd like to know how. The only reason I use StreamYard now is when I want a panel on. It seems much simpler and no fear of the voice syncing with the video. where I do have that here, but there are ways out of it. I didn't know that. The audio itself, so when you're streaming, you have two things, the audio and the video. The audio always tries to play at the fastest speed it can. It's the video that lags. So when that happens, there is a setting that you can put in the audio to make the audio lag so that your lips sync with the words. And I set mine to 1,000 milliseconds. So how many milliseconds? It's like 500 milliseconds. I don't know how you figure out seconds out of that. But so even now, hello, my experiment. I want to see my mouth move. Hello, and then see how it goes with the audio. I'm coming in at 720p. Okay, I am actually streaming at 720p. So what if I was streaming at less than that? Can't you view it in 720 even though I'm only streaming at such a, like, they tell you not to stream at 1080. That's a waste of. The best streaming to do is 720. It looks good, so that's what I stuck with. But yes, you can stream at any amount. And what I like, you can also do is on the fly. You can do certain things. Like for example, how come my mouse is not scrolling the way it's supposed to? Here we go. Well, the last thing that came up was the Stream Elements. Oh, oops. I guess we don't want to go there. We just want to highlight that. I don't know how to do that. You can't highlight a link. It'll just take you there. Here, John says, how much was it, Wayne? Okay. The dashboard. There we go. Yeah. So for me, it was $12 a month. And then I bought it for the year. There's all those ones you can fall back on. You can go to OBS itself. You can use Melon. You can use Restream. There's Zoom, there's StreamYard. There's so many now that you can. There's a lot to pick and choose from. And I guess it mostly all depends on what kind of computer you have. I'm running from a laptop. So if you're streaming from a phone or from a tablet, well, then I guess you're going to have to worry about, I think from a phone or a tablet, I'd use one of those ones that use the cloud. Like, for example, StreamYard, Melon, Restream, all those ones use the cloud. That's probably the easiest for your, whatever you're streaming with, to give it some life. Now, I have an i7 3.3 gigahertz computer, and yet that doesn't even seem like enough. Following, okay, let's hang on. Let's see if we have people in our How can this work? Oh, okay. Hang on. Like, did that show up? Okay, so there's some links there. It doesn't say loves you though, so that must be the one though. Tell me, my internet. Yeah, I know. And if you're living in a house, great, fantastic. When you're living in a vehicle, you're always relying on wireless, as opposed to even a modem with a wire to your computer or to whatever is 100% better than having wireless. Because I'm relying on, I guess, free Wi-Fi. Shaw is right here, free Wi-Fi, and then anybody else that's on that particular near me is also using bandwidth. So yeah, it and the other day it actually cut me off the live stream. I, from my point of view, it still looked like I was on, but I mean, I could tell something was funny because a flash or something happened that the text wasn't coming through anymore, and it cut me off. And then I read somewhere that it says you have 12 seconds to get back online. So I reloaded it. Everybody was still there, but it cut my live in half. So it saved the first half, put it online. You can go watch it. It was horrible. So I deleted the first half and just went with the second half. So, okay, since there is a few people in the house here, has anybody had COVID, even with the latest strain? Do you know what it feels like? I've something wrong with me. I don't feel physically ill, but my stomach, when you feel like you're hungry, like pretty hungry, and you got to eat, and then you go eat and you feel good. But I know something's wrong because I feel like I'm hungry all the time, even if I just am eating something, um, to get rid of the hunger pains. But it's not. It's something else. So, and John was giving me shit there. He says, go and get checked out. Yeah, I guess I should. But with the other strains, I don't know if this new strain, John was saying that it's gastric. Well, I don't know if I have gastric problems or what, but when I go camping, most of the time I get no more than 1 or 2 bars, and reception cuts in and out. I use my phone. Okay, and or Wi-Fi. Okay, yeah, and some people stream like, well, I guess if you got your phone or your tablet, you could be using your data and not plugged into, not getting Wi-Fi from somewhere. I could do that too, I suppose, but then I'd be using up my data, and I don't have much data. Well, I have, I think, 15 or 17 gigabytes per month. Yeah, okay. Like I had this last year. I don't think well, I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe I did have COVID, but not severely, or had something. Might not have been the actual COVID thing. I had it in January. It was just like a cold or a flu, mainly sore throat and chills. No hunger pains. Okay, so no, I don't have that at all. So I'm not chilled. I don't feel any different, except I feel like I'm hungry all the time. So I know there's something wrong. And like I was telling John there earlier, I just saw a YouTube video last week about the germs that live on your body. Like we all know that your your body harbors billions, and there's supposed to be more bugs on you than there are stars in the universe. That's how many we have on us, and some good, some bad ones, even inside us, outside us. Every square inch of our body has like millions. So anyway, when these bugs get close to each other, they have a war. Now, if the bad bugs that are trying to get to you overtake the good ones, that's when you get sick. It's because your good bugs on you can't help you. They protect you. And then again on this, like I was telling John, funny thing, a baby, newborn babies smell sweet. They don't have, because they don't have the buildup of germs on them yet. That's why they smell the way they do. Well, I'm going to die sometime there, John. Let's just hope not today. So the babies have no scent. That's why they smell. It's like newborn deer or something. They don't smell. A wolf or a dog can walk right past them. They can't smell them. But anyways, just before you are born, all these bugs and germs and whatever go to the woman's vagina, so that when she does give birth, it just covers the baby as it's coming out, which is simply amazing. Like, and this is kind of like a recent thing with all these bugs now that they can see. What do you call it? Electron microscope. So you can see like very, very tiny things. Isn't April Fool's supposed to be over at noon? Yeah, and I think the older you get, the more you think about death. It's not the point. It's not. I don't. For me, I don't think it's the point of being dead. I guess you won't know it when you're there. It's the hard part of getting there that I don't like. I hate pain. I hate pain with a passion. I wish I could go. I hope I can go like my father did in his sleep. You just go to sleep. You just stop breathing. His organs started failing. Diabetes. There you go. Diabetes. His organs failed. Okay, I don't know if it's still playing music or not. Sometimes I can hear it, sometimes I can't. You don't think so? Okay, what's your plan? Hey, are you the one that's got that GoLabs? Is it called GoLabs thing? I still haven't ordered that, but I see. What did you say? 179? I go on there now and I see it's 169 with $30 off. I don't know if it was. I think that was you. Um, I still don't have enough money to get one, but then I don't know what's going to happen this year when I go back to Alberta. Am I going to come back to BC next year? Or if I stay in Alberta in the winter, well, then that's sort of... Yeah, the music is supposed to be very faint, not overpowering, so you can hear my voice. If I stay in Alberta, then I probably can't live in my van anymore. It'd just be too cold. I'd have to get an apartment or an apartment. I have absolutely no money for a house, and I don't think I could survive in a van in the winter in Alberta. Not only that, here in BC, I mean, it'll get zero, and in Fahrenheit, it'll get zero, and it'll go even below zero, and not very much snow, which means it can be cold, but you can still drive around. But if you're in Alberta and it snows, sometimes you can't move. You can run your vehicle, but Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Go Labs. I think that was the name of the. Much cheaper than the Jackery or the Blue Eddy. And I use a lot of power. It would come in handy. The only problem is, like for example, now hear me out. Hear me out. Push the button. There's this thing. I just push the button. It's got 2 lights on. It's got four lights all total. But it's just a power pack. Right on. Power pack. It has 20,000 mAh. 20,000 milliamp hours. mAh. MHA. So I can charge my phone 20 times with this thing. But then, when this dies, I have to recharge it, right? Sounds easy. This thing takes bloody all day to charge up. So, very rarely do I recharge it. So I'm thinking a power pack, even if I get this Go Lab thing, I'll use it until it runs out of power and then it'll sit there. Because I probably can't charge it up when I want to. So, I don't know, it's a toss-up. Yeah, this thing here was a power station. It has on this end, I don't know if you can see that. On this end, it has the small one over here is for the power to charge it up, and then I got 2 USB ports that I can charge a phone and a laptop, or charge 2 things on there. 20,000 mAh though, that's pretty good. And actually in here, there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of those 1860 batteries, those big ones. Yeah, I think I got that power pack on. I don't even know where I bought it anymore. Probably Amazon. I do a lot of shopping on Amazon. If you know how to shop on Amazon properly, you won't get taken. And like Amazon is very good. If you want your money back for some reason, they'll give it to you. You just recently purchased a solar battery pack that has 30,000. Well, but like this one here, 20,000. That's probably low for the size of it. It's pretty small. You were asking, what was the Go Lab? I figured out from your conversation that it was a power station. Oh, it's like the Jackery. If you know what the Jackery is, it looks just like that, but way, way cheaper. And I think it was John that was telling it. I don't know if it was him. I thought it was him that had one, and he did a review on it. And he said it was because he's a Canadian. It was in Canadian dollars, so it was. He said $179. So I went on Amazon, looked. Yeah, it's actually really expensive. It's like it came down quite a bit. And then when I went, so I put it in my my cart, waiting till I can get some money to buy the thing, because he showed all the features and how it would be perfect. It's still in my cart because I can't afford it, but it actually went down in price, $10 more, and then you get another $30 off when you order it. I think it's like a coupon or something. I don't know if they'll honor that or not, but that's really good saving. That's $130 for a pretty good power. It's got 205 amp hours on it. I think the lowest Jackery is 500, so it's half that size. But if you're just charging up your phones or your laptop or your uh, uh, small things, it tells you how much power is in it, percentage, what it's going down to. When it powers up, it shows you everything. Like all of them, the Jackery, they all do the same type and same kind of thing. So, but if I decide to not come back to um, BC next year, well, I wouldn't need that thing. I'd still like to have one though, just because. Like if it was $1,000 or something, I wouldn't buy one. Well, right now because of gas, I don't drive very much. I have solar. What have I got right here right now? Let me just tell you, 12.6 volts. Solar's been picking up, been pretty good lately. Um, in the dead of winter, I do still have to run my vehicle once, maybe twice a day because there's just no sun and to get powered up. And I never run my house batteries lower than 12.1. 12.05 is 50%. So I'm keeping mine always at about 60%, just trying to prolong the life of the batteries. And I've had them for 4 years now, and they're pretty good. I think they're still working real good. But like I said, for me, if I charged that thing up and used it, I would have a tendency to run it down, and then probably it would be too much charging and using it and charging and using and charging. I have to really justify one, because right now I have 360 amp hours on the 3 batteries that I have now, and I can only use 50%. And that Go Labs would fill in nicely, that's for sure. I'll have to see what I can save up some money. It's pretty hard to save when you know exactly what your income is, and I only live on old age security and Canada Pension Plan. Not a lot. That's all right. I don't know if living in a vehicle in your old age is loving and living the life. People say, yeah, you're living the dream. Well, I don't know. If you have that dream, you're living it. But if you're not having that dream, I have been on the fence on getting one. It's been in my cart for months. Well, you have one too. Yeah. And usually when I put stuff in the cart so that I know how to find it again, I'll go back and look maybe months later, and the price has either gone up or no longer available. I don't get lucky with the price going down or staying the same. Would I get through a winter with a 15 amp plug-in, or would you need more power than that? Oh no, 15 amps would be perfect. That's like a regular outlet. Yeah, and then I actually have a diesel heater, and I actually have a furnace that was built into this. Christina, I remembered your name. Yeah, Tommy, if you follow, well, there's a whole bunch of people. Gina, she has a Bluetti. The Go Labs is much cheaper. There's probably 50 different kinds of those things, like Jackery, Blue Eddy, Go Labs. There's many different companies, and they're all basically the same. They all use um, the LiPo batteries inside, which last a long time. And but LiPo batteries, if you buy a battery for your van, like I'm a journeyman electrician, and I know a little bit about power, and I know that if you buy a LiPo battery for your van, you can make that thing burn up and have to buy a new one within a couple of years, simply because it's a misnomer that everybody thinks that a LiPo lithium battery will last forever and you can just power it up and use it. Well, when you power it up, it's got, let's just say, 13 volts, and now you start using it. It goes down until it almost gets to the bottom, and you still have 13 volts. That's the good part about lithium, is it's got the same voltage all the way. It doesn't change. But you get it all the way down, well now it's dead. Now you gotta charge it back up. It takes a lot long to charge it back up. But not only that, what lithium batteries, what you don't really understand and know is, lithium batteries don't like the cold and they don't like the hot. If they're, I think, like 0 or lower, they'll just turn off. No more power. You'll be sitting in your van and all of a sudden all your power goes off because your battery is too cold. Or if you get too hot, because when it's charging, it's producing heat, and it gets too hot, it shuts down. Okay, there's that. If you could keep it at a good temperature, no problem. Not only that, it does not like to be charged to 100%. So when you see the readout on there that says 100%, this is not good. It only likes to really go to about 85 or 90. That's where you want to keep it. Once it starts getting to 89, 90% full, then you turn off the charger part. So that then when you use it, only go down to 25%. Now, if you can keep it in there, you can make that battery last 100 years. But how many people do that? How many people do that with ordinary batteries like the AGM that I have? I'm very good at keeping it over the 50% mark. One time it went below, it went down to 11.9 or something. I wasn't watching, didn't turn the van on, or didn't get power to power it up or whatever, drive. And it started beeping, warning me. I guess I had set that and forgot. It's getting too low. I usually get that information from Hobotech and Will Prowse, and yeah. Yeah, if you want to follow any of those, they're good, and I would pick Will Prowse over any of them, because he's probably one of the best. He rips them down, and he's not just a reviewer. He rips them apart, batteries, and tells you what's good about it, what's bad, and what to look for, what not to look for. Yeah, and you see, like, phones. I don't know about now today anymore, but cell phones in the past, I think even on mine, I can't change the battery. And they would put the batteries in there that they would, so you had a 3-year contract, but the battery would only last for 2. And then they found that out or something and said that you can't do that, that's illegal to do that. So I don't know what happened. But I'm under no contract. I don't want to go under a contract. I don't really even need a phone. I don't phone people. I just use it for texting. I don't even, I don't know, keep abreast on things. I'm a laptop kind of a guy. A lot of devices and phones have a setting to not fully charge the lithium. Oh, I have to check mine out. I didn't know you could do that. That's interesting. Yeah, you see, like right now, I feel like I'm very hungry. I gotta eat something. What time is it? It's 7. Well, I ate about 3. So 4 hours ago. Oh, Tommy says, I have a Walmart deep cycle battery that I bought back in 2016. It's still going so far. I take it to the garage during the winter and put it on a battery minder. Oh, good. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. If you're not using it in the winter, is keep trickle charge and keep it full. AGM batteries are good when they're full. And AGM batteries, you can actually, or the deep side, if it's an AGM, there's no holes to fill water. They're gel on the inside. I don't know if you have that kind. Deep cycles are usually the gel type. You can run them on their side even, not upside down, but you can run them on their side. Oh, Tommy figured that one out. The Dysons. Okay, yeah, right. That was one of them. I have a whole bunch of. I am subscribed to a whole bunch of channels that have their channel is the something. So to put it into Stream Elements is I have to put 2 words. The Dysons, the whatever. Lead acid. Okay, that's the kind you would fill up with distilled water. Now, those when you're using in your vehicle, they call them house batteries, when you're not starting your vehicle with them, and you're just using it for power. When you're charging them up, that's when they off gas. Gas comes out of the. Now you want to have that far away from you so you don't breathe that in. That's what that gives off. Only when it's charging. When it's discharging, it doesn't do anything. Those will last a long time. You can charge those up all the way. You see, that's where any battery, they usually say almost like 14 volts is full. 10 volts is dead. And it's still got 10 volts in it, but you can consider that dead. It doesn't do anything. So 10 to 14 volts, what is that? 4 volts. So you want to make your battery at 50%, no lower. So what does that mean? 50%, you got 4, take 2, so 2. 14 minus 2 or 10 plus 2 is 12. So at 12 volts, your battery is at 50% dead. And if you run your battery down below that, it won't last very long. It'll last a few years and that's it. Where you could have got double that out of it. Well, you can use any battery as a starter battery, or vice versa. You can use a starter battery for your house battery. But there's a big but. The deep cycle batteries can start your vehicle, yes, but it doesn't have enough amperage. Like if you were in the wintertime and you start your vehicle and you go ring, 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 and it just won't start for a little, all of a sudden, a deep cycle battery will do that real quick. Now, if the battery is fully charged and it's winter and it's cold and your car won't start, you put that in there, and away it goes. If you're lucky, it starts. Now, but that won't last long. You can't go and keep it there. Whereas a starter battery has high power to push. That's why they're called starter batteries. It has all the amperage to keep your. You can keep going for a long time, and it eventually will go dead too. Now, if you use that starter battery as your house battery, they have less amp hours in them. You don't need amp hours for a starter battery. You just need to get it power to start your vehicle. So that's why they don't have a lot of amp hours. And then again, whatever amp hours it says on the battery, just make sure that you only use half of that. So if you got a 100 amp hour battery, make sure you only use 50 of it. Or make sure your battery doesn't go below 12 volts. That's one way to. 12.05 is the 50%. 50% on AGMs though, and I'm sure that if you look that up for other lead acid batteries, it's going to be very, very close because they're a battery. Camera, let me just show you something here from my phone. I keep this on my phone all the time. Where did I put it? Right here. I don't know if you'll see this on... Now you'll see that 12.05 is 50%. Oh, you won't see this because it's too bright. Oh, there. Here's a chart I have. You can see the last green one, 50%. 12.05. And 100% fill is, 13 points on 14 volts. And then they say 0 is 10. So there you go. 12.05 is 50%. Wow, does the camera ever compensate for light? Like, look at this. If I put this up in front of the screen, oh, but it's got to have the light on it. Oh, then I go black. Wow. Try that again. Yeah, I go there. Nomadic Batman. Even my phone's got. It's 7:01 here, guys. 7:01 already. Oh, you have that chart too. Yeah, cool. Well, if you have it on the live stream here, pause after and take a shot or look it up on YouTube. You're a good YouTube person. You know what to do. You find these things more better than I do. Yeah, and if you go way up, you find John, as all of his messages were retracted. Anyway, Tommy and whoever else is in the house loves you. I don't know. I see 2 there, but there could be more. There could be less. I don't know. But I think I'm going to go park my vehicle for the night and maybe try to put some food in my mouth and see if I can get rid of this. Maybe I am hungry. I don't know. It just seems like every time I have a small bite of food, I don't even like the taste of food. So when I eat something, I still feel hungry all the time. As long as I don't get worse than this, I hate being sick. I mean, I don't mind a cold or something. I hate pain and I hate being sick. Anyways, people, thank you for coming. Ronnie Braun was sitting in the house. He was lurking again. Okay, guys, I do have to go. I've been actually on for an hour, and I won't say I came in to test things, because I didn't. I just popped up just because it's Friday, and I wanted to see my friends out there. So, all right, Tommy and Ronnie and everybody else, like I said, if you're in the house, thank you for coming in, chatting with me for a minute. We had a good discussion about batteries and things, and all kinds of power. Oh, hey, yeah, Ronnie, I answered your question about the diesel heater I hope nothing serious is going on with it anyway. When it's spitting out those things, that means there's probably soot in there, and it's blowing hard, obviously. If you open that up, how many fingers? Nine bolts, and that whole thing is apart. I've taken that thing apart a few times. I've installed many of them, and I seem to think I know a lot about them. And I even had let me tell you a story. I have one video out there about how much you can tell that your diesel heater is burning, right to the penny. And the pump, it's all in the pump. People want to change the pump, buy a different pump. That'll throw everything out of kilter. The Chinese don't make things, this all fits together. Like, don't change it. Use what you got. So anyway, if you take the pump, it goes pump, pump. Every single pump, it pumps 0.02 milliliters of diesel fuel. Now, some guy on YouTube did a 12-part series taking this whole thing apart and discussing each and every individual thing about it. Pump was one of them. How much fuel does this thing pump? 0.02 milliliters per pump. Now, the nice thing about the diesel heater is you can tell it how many pumps per second you want. That's what the hertz is about. If it's a 5K, 5,000 hertz. So, when you set it, when you turn it on and you've got temperature set, you don't know how many pumps it is. But when you push the button and hold it, it switches over to showing you how many pumps it is and not the temperature. So when you see it can go down as low as 2 and as high as 5 or something. It's at 5,000, it can go as high as 5. So let's just say, for example, you got it on 5. Rate on who? So 5 pumps per second. 5.02.02.02.0. So let's just say you got 2 pumps per second. So 0.02 times 2 gives you how many pumps per second. Multiplied by 60 gives you pumps per minute. Multiplied by 60 gives you pumps per hour. At 2 pumps a second, you will get 144 milliliters of fuel burnt in 1 hour. A can of pop is 355 milliliters. 144 is less than half. So in 1 hour, your diesel heater will burn up less than 1/2 of a Coca-Cola thing. Okay, Tommy says we're having a raid, or there's a raid. Have a good one. Van Life Voyages. Van Life Voyages? Do I know those people? Let me just check that out. Van Life Voyages. Oh, I can't check that out right now. It'd be too far to go to get over there. But anyways, okay, Tommy, thanks for the advice. And I am going to shut it down anyways. So if anybody is willing to go over and check out, I don't feel so good right now. I gotta go park, so I don't know if I can go over there and raid. But I gotta get in on a raid thing anyway. One day I gotta be part of a raid in there somewhere, because I gotta get more people coming into my lives. I gotta have. I want to play games and things, and I just need more participants. Tommy's always here playing the game. She loves them. I know, and always a winner. She won last time we played, and I have another one coming up. I think this Sunday, another 25 quiz questions. Derek and Tanya, you are very interesting. Okay, guys, sayonara. Thank you all for coming in again. You know, I love each and every one of you. You guys are always part of my family. Whether the others aren't or not, I don't know. But um, I don't understand why you want to come and watch this old guy. But anyways, hopefully I can get to meet some of you people one of these days. I think Alberta, you can go across the border now, no problem. But unfortunately, if the United States would, well, thanks, Tommy, for posting that. I may even check that out actually. Um, okay, guys. I wonder if I get to suck because I run it 24 hours a day in the winter, so it's idling. Well, I think, yeah, if you're running it, there's no problem with that. You can run it 24 hours all the time, but that's when you're going to get the soot buildup. So in the summer, take it apart, clean it out. You're good for next winter. And like I said, burn the kerosene. You can even burn kerosene by itself. That'll burn pretty hot. But I do a 50-50 mix, and maybe 1 liter of each. So you 50-50 mix, you burn it for, I don't know, an hour at high speed. Like, that's where you got to change it to pumps and not temperature. Or if you're on temperature, turn it up to 500 degrees so it doesn't slow down. Keep it at that speed for about an hour. It might get pretty hot in there. Vent it outside if it gets too hot. But that will burn out all the soot buildup in there. Now, I thought I had soot buildup in mine. 9 bolts. She's all apart. Dumped it upside down, looked inside, shook it, everything. None at all. But I very rarely run it at the slowest speed for a long period of time. I did run it all night long once. Now, Ronnie, if you have the same fuel tank as I do, it's a thin one, 10 liter, very tall, but very thin. Now, I don't know if it's 14 inches tall or whatever the measurement is, I don't know, but it's 10 liters. Now, I burnt it from 8 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 hours. And I burnt exactly 2 inches of fuel in that tank. 2 inches. So I thought that was pretty good. Now, that's a few pop cans worth, yes. But it was nice. I really couldn't tell whether it was warmer because when I sleep, I can't really feel the temperature anyways. I don't run the thing at night. I'm under I don't sleep in a sleeping bag, but I have a sleeping bag as a cover, and it's a minus 30 degree temperature one, so it keeps me pretty warm all night long. And then just before I get up, an hour before I get up, I push the key fob, and away we go. I don't know if they all come with key fobs or not. This is mine. It's got on, off, and then a plus minus. So I can turn it on and I can turn the temperature up or down. I keep saying, I gotta go, guys. All right, I'm gonna go park. Let's go for the raid if you can. I'm gonna check it out anyway. We'll go over there and see. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Love yous all.